morning. Plag Mincha today will be at 6:30. Zman Mincha will be at 8:05. Tomorrow morning we're davening at 6:10. Now for a very quick Devar Torah. In this week's Parsha, again, Israel's commanded to go to war against Midian because of the moral attack on the Jewish people when Midian sent their women in to have an orgy with the Jews, that way to destroy the moral status of the Jews. And after they come back from the initial phase of the war, Moshe calls the officers together and he says, "You messed up. There's something you didn't do. You left the women alone. They should have been killed as well." And we're sort of taken aback by this at first. What do you mean you have to kill women too? You know, I understand that in war I fight the other soldiers, but the women? And the answer is best understood if we don't go that far back in history. During World War II, during the period of the Holocaust, there were 3 countries which did not only protest against what the Nazis were doing, they refused to turn their Jews over. They were Denmark, as we all know, the famous case, but also Finland and Bulgaria adamantly refused to turn the Jews over to the Germans. It's amazing that they stood up to the Germans on this issue. So it's that, and the amazing thing is that Bulgaria and Finland were actually aligned with the Germans. And what happened to them from the Germans? Nothing. The Germans backed down. It shows you something about bullies is that when you stand up to them, they back down. But another thing it points out, it brings home the great statement attributed to Edmund Burke, the English politician from the 18th century, that all you need for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. When Bulgaria and Finland stood up and said, "No, we will not turn our Jews over to you," they were standing up and taking a real stand. And there was a book written, I think back in the 90s, called Hitler's Willing Executioners. The Nazis could not have done what they did without the German army going along with them. And whenever a German unit refused to kill Jews, by the way, nothing happened to it. They let it go. Something to think about, Kaddish Rabbanan.